Aquí estamos, señores, aquí en el evento. We are here in the Queens event, and this is for the Home Buying Expo. Este es la exposición de las casas que están por ventas y las oportunidades en bienes raíces aquí, presentado por HomeBridge. Y aquí estoy yo, Anthony Fernandez, Anthony from the neighborhood, here at this program, at this event. And I'm doing it in Spanish and English because it's Latino mix in the building as well. And we're here to go ahead and see what are the opportunities and all the professionals that are going to speak to us today about real estate and making that dream possible. As you can see, guys, it's very exciting here. We've got a lot of people who are getting information and exposed on what it is to get a home. So we're going to go around the room and ask some good questions to figure out what makes people want to be part of neighborhoods. And this here happens to be a Queens home buying event. So you got attorneys here, you got home inspectors, you got solar panel companies, financial planners, pretty much everybody you would run into when you start talking about what it is to own property and to secure yourself and establish your new way of life as a homeowner. So this is a very exciting event here in Queens, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Let's go check out what's happening. What's up, guys? Here we are at the Home Buyer Expo here in Queens, and this is a cool gentleman I just met here, Alex, who's at this expo. And Alex, tell me, what drew you to such a thing? How'd you find out about it?
Well, my niece is one of the real estate agents here. She's really good. Shanice Montalvo, if y'all need a real estate agent, look her up.
Wait, she's here right now? Wait, hold on a second. Come over here. So, we gotta get you in the picture. So you are apparently his niece and real estate agent?
Yeah.
So that's helping the family.
Hi, my name is Shanice Montalvo. I work out at Women's Liberty in Ozone Park.
There you go. Way to plug it in. I love it. So now she brings you out here. She tells you about the family. She says, hey, listen, we got to get ourselves into a house. What kind of house you looking for?
These, house just for me and my wife, maybe for future kids, something to build a home with, build a family.
Let me ask you a question on this one, because this is tax season.
Yes.
Right? So, guys, we're in IG Live. This is tax season. If you guys haven't done your taxes, you're going to be doing them soon. How important is it for you to get a new pre-approval? If you just got one in January, but in April you filed your taxes, you got a whole new set of income to show. Does it really matter? Should you get a new one?
Exactly, because when you find a home with that pre-approval that you had, they're going to request your W-2s and everything from the 2022 tax season. So you're going to event here, regardless, you're going to have to show that income. So you want to make sure that your loan officer, we're happy to help you to see that, that income that you guys created on the 2022, make sure that you guys still qualify, because it's not 2021, 2020 anymore. We need to count that 2022. So make sure you have that pre-approval. You come back to us. We take a look at everything, and we make sure you might even qualify for more.
Yeah, you never know. But let me ask you this. You said we're happy to help you. And everybody says, well, they're going to help me. They're going to charge me. So are you charging anybody for this kind of service?
No, we are mortgage lenders, which means, for example, me and my coworkers, they pay us. My bank pay us. We don't charge any extra points or any bank fees to the customer. So you guys are good. We're not brokers. We're not looking to find you another lender. We lend our own money. And then we also have our own underwriters, which is very important on the decision making of the loan. So very important.
And you mentioned something about a grant. So I'm very curious about this.
Yeah.
Free money is always a good thing, especially when home prices are so high.
Yeah.
How do you get yourself into a grant? You said something about $15,000. Can you give us a quick summary? How does that work?
Absolutely. So this is a down payment assistance loan, meaning that it's going to be at second lien on the property, but it's going to help you guys make that requirement of the down payment, like the down payment or even closing costs. There is a income, requirement that you guys cannot make because it's for the lower income, pretty much. But we're talking about as a household income of $160,000. So pretty much a lot of people qualify for this automatically.
You're talking about combining maybe 4 people in the household that all make $45,000, let's say. You add that up real quick, that's $180,000 right there. Exactly. Yeah, thank you. I passed the test?
Yes.
I did a good job. All right. So now that person could qualify, or that family, that group, can qualify for a grant of $15,000?
Exactly, and that's all the requirements. You want to make sure that your income fits within the limits of the income qualification, and that you guys are good. That's all. That's pretty much it.
Daniela's got a lot of information. I'm going to let her go ahead and put her information right here. So make sure you take a little pen and write this down, because if you have the question on IG and you haven't put it through, maybe you have a question later on. You wake up in the middle of the night, cold sweat, I got to get a house. How do I do it? Let me call Daniela.
And this is the time.
This is the time?
Time.
Yeah, this is the time to put your number. So why don't you tell me your number?
347-496 347-496-4437. 347-496-4437.
Señores, we habla español, so I'm going to put it for my Latinos who are out there who are tuning into the show, Latino Mix Saturday, 11 o'clock from the neighborhood. So all of my Latinos who listen to the show, it's bilingual. So we do bilingual here too. Dímelo en español. I want the number in Spanish.
347-496-4437. Otra vez. 347-496-4437.
Así mismo, chócala. Thank you. All right, just to give you a little bit more of what's going on here at the Queens Expo, this is a lot of food. So they're not just coming over here and telling you about houses, they're also feeding you. Come with me so you can take a look at what's going on here. This is the buffet. Guys are getting fed over here, plus they're getting fed in the mind because they're learning about generational wealth. You've already heard some people mention that sort of thing. So as you can see here, we've got a full buffet. You guys are getting fed with some great stuff. And this is all being brought to you by HomeBridge. They're working together with Keller Williams Liberty. They're also working with amazing amount of vendors here that are talking about home inspections, financial advising, title agency. There's a lot that's going on here. So you make sure to make your way down to the next event. Don't miss it. If you're not here today, you got to show up to the next one. Señores, esto es una cosa impresionante. Cuando usted tiene tantas personas profesionales aquí que le están ayudando. Y aparte de eso, está la comida, señores. Así que usted puede estar aquí a todas las horas que usted quiere. Este evento es de 11 a 4. Y ya como usted ve, la gente está recibiendo comida y mucha cosa para su mente también, alimentando los dos. That's what we're doing here, guys. Nutrients for the stomach, nutrients for the mind. So make sure to get down here at the Queens Home Buyer Expo. Damn, and I found someone else here who's participating and come through to the event. Thank you for coming by. And Cynthia's here, and she's getting a lot of knowledge. Who have you talked to so far?
So far, I talked to Felix Home Inspections, and I've also spoke to, I think it's Progressive Insurance.
Okay.
That is.
Okay.
I haven't made my way around completely, but I'm working my way.
Now, what brought you to this event? Like, where did you find it, and what piqued your interest to want to come?
My sister is actually a realtor for Keller Williams, and she knew that, well, she pretty much told me it's my time.
You better show up. This is your time.
It's my time to get a home or a co-op, so I'm here.
That's wonderful. Now, and I really love that people, push each other to do this, especially when it's within family.
Yeah.
Because they see the value. They're practicing it every single day. What it's doing for other people, why not do it for you? Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
What neighborhood are you from?
I live in the Bronx.
Living in the Bronx. The BX. What part of the
Born and
BX?
raised in the Bronx. I don't necessarily know it, but I'm by Yankee Stadium.
By Yankee Stadium. All right, so we're going to call it South Bronx. Let's just say that.
Yes.
Nobody get mad if we didn't call out the Bronx, but yes.
Now,
Now, where are you looking to go?
Westchester County.
Westchester County, a little further up north.
A little further up.
Wow.
So I'm part of the city, but I'm not out of the city.
Yes, absolutely. No, you're not out of the city. We don't call that upstate just yet.
No. No.
Now, I had to ask you this. If you were looking for a specific feature, right, something out of the box, like that if you walked into the place right now, you said, wow, this blows me away. I'm buying this place because, I don't know, it has a blue-colored wall. What is it? What is that thing that's going to trigger you to say, this is the place?
I think like bay windows.
Bay window.
Yes. You live in the Bronx, you live in New York, we don't get big windows. So if I get something or see something with like some big windows where a lot of sun is coming in and I can see trees, then that's a plus.
It's all about that plant life, people. Let me ask you this. If you had to live in an area where there was all celebrities, but you could pick which celebrity you could live next door to, which celebrity would that be?
I don't know. I'm not really starstruck. I'll say a guy, a male with some nice muscles.
Whoa!
See him through my big windows.
Go, guys, so get on that flex because Cynthia's watching. Thank you so much for coming by. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Aquí estamos con Brian Gonzalez. Here we are at the Queens Home Buyer Expo. Brian, what brought you to this event? What made you want to come out here?
It was my realtor over there, Michelle. She talked to me about it. There's a lot of people here well-versed in all the different fields. So that's kind of what I'm coming over as a first-time home buyer. I want to be able to ask these questions that people have more experience than me.
Nice. I love it. Well, listen, Brian, I'm from the neighborhood right here. I want to know what neighborhood you're from. Tell me.
I'm from Queens, right here, Ozone Park, 10 minutes away.
Ozone Park represent. Man, did you walk over here?
I was going to, but you saw the rain.
It was pouring rain outside, but you know what? The most important thing is shelter. And you're realizing that, hey, I should maybe come over here and learn about home ownership. What's probably one of the biggest tips you took away? What's something that highlighted you that you didn't know before?
So I was just talking over to Chandonnet, And one of the biggest things she talked about was just being able to, if you were to flip houses, just finding a good contractor and being there. So, you know, not being adverse to taking the risk of actually taking that leap, right?
All right. Awesome. Well, let me ask you a question. What neighborhood are you looking to get into, to live in? Where are you looking to go?
Well, Queens is number one, baby. That's where I want to stay.
Queens represent. Queens is definitely in the house. That's where this Home Buyer Expo is happening. And if you had to, say, for example, you had any choice you wanted, celebrity, athlete, whoever it is, government official that you really admired, and you said, I want them to be my neighbor and move next door to me. If you could pick whoever you want, who would you pick?
And I don't even know.
Dead or alive, you can make a choice.
JFK. I'm a big JFK admirer, so.
JFK, are you going to live next to the airport? I know that. I'm going to keep walking down here. What's up? Oh, hold on, my man got something else to say. What you got?
It's really important that you guys know that you're not past the point of redemption. If you have those negative items, you have a lot of rights. You have consumer rights that help you remove negative items, whether they're on your report or not. Things have to be 100% accurate and 100% verifiable to be on your report. So you have the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act, and the Fair Credit Billing Act. All those make sure that everything is accurate on your report or it has to be removed so you can get rid of those free positions.
Hold on a second. He pulled me back to tell me this. I mean, I got to say, you're fair. You're fair because now you're giving out the information that people don't know about. This was gold. Hey guys, what's up? We're hanging out here and we're in Ozone Park here at this beautiful venue, Villa Russo. And guess what? I run into Melissa. She's cracking up on me already. We talked a little bit off the air.
Yeah.
Melissa, you came out here and tell them where you're from.
Howard Beach.
Howard Beach. Now, guys, Howard Beach isn't too far away from here, right? So you didn't have to go crazy. But where do you want to go? Where's your dream home?
My dream home, I want to go to Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania? What's in Pennsylvania? People.
Poconos.
Where are the Poconos, guys? Listen, the Poconos, I used to remember their commercials on television. Did you get swooped by a commercial or go to vacation there? How did you discover it?
Vacation. We went skiing. Yeah, and it was awesome.
Show me some moves. How do you ski? Show me how you do it. How you do it? All right, that's how we do it. That's how you do it in the Poconos. Is that what you want to do? Are you like a professional skier?
No, I'm not.
No, but you love it. You love the snow.
Love to have fun, you know. And I know the Pennsylvania, like, you have more space and you're away from the neighbors and you can make a lot of noise the way you want to make.
All the noise you want to make. She's a party animal. Listen, if I had to pick, or if you could pick whoever you wanted to be your neighbor, dead or alive, actor, athlete, government hero, you know, whatever it is, who would you pick to be your neighbor? Celebrity, whoever. Who would you pick?
Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. What? So hold on. Denzel Washington has a lot of famous quotes. Do you know any one of his?
No.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Denzel Washington's in a car and he says, are we going back to the office? Denzel says, this is my office. What movie is that? Oh no, it's Training Day. Bueno, aquí estamos para mis televidentes y todas las personas que están escuchando que hablan español. Aquí somos bilingües porque tenemos profesionales que también hablan español. Y aquí estoy con mi amigo aquí, real estate agent. ¿Por qué no te introduces? Dile a la gente quién tú eres.
Bueno, mi nombre es Nelson García, yo trabajo con Keller Williams Liberty y estamos aquí representando a algunos clientes, conociendo muchas personas.
¿Qué te hizo venir a la carrera de bienes raíces? ¿Por qué fue que viniste a ¿Qué impacto quiere crear?
Bueno, me encanta ayudar a la gente. Yo miro que hay mucha gente que quiere invertir, pero no tiene la suficiente información.
Eso de crédito, eso de hipoteca, son conversaciones muy intimidantes, o sea, que le dan miedo a las personas querer echar adelante. ¿Y qué tú has escuchado entre tu propia familia, entre tus amistades, después que tú has conseguido tu licencia? ¿Qué han dicho ellos con respecto a comprar casa? ¿Qué es lo que llevan en su mente?
Bueno, después de yo explicarle, ya ellos por lo menos se sienten más confiados. Hay muchas personas que ya me han dicho que quieren empezar. Entonces yo como familiar y amigo, porque lo bueno de esto es que tú no es para hacer negocio, es para ayudar a los demás.
Okay, guys, here we are at the Queens Home Buyer Expo, brought to you by HomeBridge, and we have Keller Williams Liberty in the house. And this is a top producer, Daniela Vaca here. And I have questions for you, Carly, because you've helped a lot of homeowners, home sellers, home buyers. This is a Home Buyer Expo. How important is it that people be here?
It's very important. It's important to learn about all the mortgage programs that are out there right now.
because people are very concerned about interest rates. And these mortgage people have some very innovative and, really, really good advice for you and good programs. So it's very important you be here. It's very important that you get a good real estate attorney. We do have a few of them here today. It's also good that you know about home inspections. And this is a very big part of the process. You should always, have an inspection before you build.
What's the difference between a co-op and a condo?
Okay, so a condo is real property, and you're actually getting a deed. Co-op, you're getting a stock certificate. You're purchasing shares of a corporation. Co-ops have a lot more, restrictions than condos do. Co-ops require a larger down payment. They also require that you have sufficient reserves in the bank after closing. And they also have an income rule.
Do you have a certain kind of dance you do when you get the co-op application approved? Like, what is it that you do to celebrate? Because the application is this big.
I know.
Show me what you do. Olivia Rosario. Ella habla español y habla inglés. Es abogada. You're an attorney, and you work with real estate transactions, plus a whole lot more. I'm looking at your stuff. It's a long list of things. Tell me, how important is it that they have the proper legal representation when they're entering into a real estate transaction?
You want to make sure that you work with someone that knows the ins and outs of the contract and how it works and the procedure and the inspection and the appraisal and things like that. So you really need to have a real estate attorney.
Yeah, those are a lot of big words, folks. And you may never heard of the words appraisal, inspection, thing. That goes in the process of buying a home. And that's why you need the specialty of knowing real estate. It's like picking a doctor, folks. So you don't want to get a general doctor to operate on your brain. You want to get a brain surgeon. So let's go, you're the brain surgeon. What are some of the things that you tell people to look out for when they're submitting an offer or to put into their offers that would protect them down the line and make the thing easier when you get to contract?
So the important thing is you have to have a good lender, right? So you have to have a bank that really knows what they're doing. I don't want to talk bad about the big banks, but just a bank that really knows that deals with mortgages, right? You really need that. That's number one. Two, you want to make sure your down payment is protected, right? Because that's important. You're giving $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 as a down payment, and you want to make sure that that money is protected, right? That you're not going to lose it. And there are ways for you to lose it.
How do you protect your money? Do you put a chain around it? Do you put it in a hard steel box or something? What do you mean by protect it?
Well, you get a good attorney. You get a real estate attorney that knows how to protect your money. That's how you do it.
That's right. So she's packing underneath that suit to protect your money. But we're talking about money when people put on a down payment into contract. That stays with an attorney, like the person's releasing these funds to secure the transaction. What are the other things that the person has to look out for to make sure they don't lose it?
No, that's the best way to protect it, is that to make sure that you do what your lender tells you to do, right? So I have a lot of clients, or some clients, that in the process have bought a new car.
Oh, no. Wow. So you heard it right from the source. Actually, I feel like my conscience is speaking to me at this point, saying don't do anything bad. Listen to what you're supposed to do. Follow the contract. Hey, guys, I'm going to see if I can catch some people and just jump in on them. Hey.
Hello.
Can I bother you?
You can bother me.
This is who? Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Crystal. How are you?
Hey, Crystal's in the house. Crystal, what neighborhood are you from?
I'm from Glendale, New York.
Glendale. Oh, Glendale represent. Now, let me ask you a question. Where do you want to live?
We're looking to stay in the Queens area, primarily Glendale. We love Bridgewood. We also love Middle Village, Forest Hills, Maspeth, so upper.
A lot of choices there. So now, when you come to such an event like this, first of all, how did you find out about it? And then what made you want to come?
So we went to actually go do our taxes and found out that one of the representatives of Keller Williams was also a real estate agent. And she says, you guys are looking for a home? That we can speak to lawyers. Like this was literally for us, free education. And it just came at the most perfect time. It's been amazing.
That's her mom. She just jumped in and threw in a comment there. Your mom's got some wise words. Thank you, Mom. And now when you think about where do you want to live, you mentioned a bunch of different neighborhoods. If you had a choice to pick any celebrity, athlete, president, author, whoever it is, spiritual being, who would you want to live next door to? If you could pick your neighbor, who would you want?
It's probably not going to be a celebrity. I would choose to live next to my grandmother.
Oh, that's the sweetest thing. Wow, I haven't heard that one yet. Grandma, you listening? She wants to live next door to you. So, we're on Instagram Live right now. Maybe you can answer some questions on mortgages.
Yes,
She's from HomeBridge, and HomeBridge is the reason why I'm here. And what we're talking about is just getting questions answered. Maybe folks have questions that they want to ask.
Yeah.
Mortgage programs. How many mortgage programs are out there?
Oh, well, there's many different ones. We have the regular conventional FHA, VA, USDA, but we also have no income check loans. We're working with the grants with Sonny Mae. We have the $15,000 program helping like down payment assistance or closing costs.
Oh, that sounded like alphabet soup. She said, what is it? VA, FHA,
Yes.
USDA. Like, there's a lot going on there. Break down something that would be ideal for a first-time buyer. What's a program that's minimal down payment? Like, what's the least amount that you have to get into a house?
Yeah, so we work with the FHA loans, and they are, minimum down payment is 3.5% down. And then, definitely. And then we're going to be able to see, depending on the financial situation, if you guys apply for, their down payment assistance, which is, pretty much helping you make that down payment or helping you out with that extra cash. Sorry. And with some closing costs as well. And then, there are also programs where you can have everything financed, like 100% financed.
Wow. So obviously you have to have the income for this sort of thing. But we're talking 3.5% down. I mean, $1 million home, somebody's getting in there for like $35,000
Exactly.
and you're in the door, but you've got to have the income. So one of the most important things that people should do now to be ready to have their best pre-approval is what? What is the tip you would give them?
Well, definitely it's tax season, right? So you want to make sure that you are, putting everything on your books. Make sure that you go to your accountant and make sure they recommend you what to do. But at the same time, think about, we are looking at the income that shows on your taxes to be able to qualify you for that home. And then if you're a W-2, make sure, and then on the credit side, that is very important. On the credit side, make sure you don't buy your car just yet if you're looking to buy your home. You buy your home first, then you buy your car.
Well, this is the time to put your number. So why don't you tell me your number?
347-496-4437. 347-496-4437.
Señores, ella habla español, so I'm going to put it for my Latinos who are out there who are tuning into the show, Latino Mix, Saturday, 11 o'clock from the neighborhood. So all of my Latinos who listen to the show, it's bilingual. So we do bilingual here too. Dímelo en español. I want the number in Spanish.
347-496-4437. Otra vez. 347-496-4437.
Así mismo, chócala. Thank you. Awesome, man. Thanks so much. Here's a home inspector right here. Hey, come over here. This is Felix. Felix is the home inspector. I'm going to have him answer a couple of questions. Felix, I've got people here on Instagram Live. They've got questions. You've got answers. Of course. So I go to a house and, I see some damage on the wood. What could that possibly be?
It could be a multitude of things. It could be dry rot from ages of the house being there and getting soaked from the rain or just floods in general. It could also be insects that are eating the wood. Termites. Wood-eating beetles.
No.
So beetles a lot affect houses too.
Beetles also eat wood?
Yes, they do.
What kind of beetles are eating wood? Like the beetles at the rock band?
They might on one of their shows. But you got wood-boring beetles, then you got the termites. You got carpenter ants. Ants also eat wood.
So these are not the carpenters you want to hire for your house.
No, not
these are carpenter ants that are actually eating away at your house.
Absolutely.
And a home inspector, you're going to be able to tell us a little bit about
We'll
that.
be able to detect that, see if there's any defects that are with it. We were able to identify the type of insect it is and put it on your report and probably get an exterminator out there to remedy it and take care of it.
Well, I've got people on the Instagram Live that may be having questions about this. Why don't you just drop down your contact information in case they want to reach you off the air. Maybe they think of a question later on.
Sure. So it's John Felix from Felix Inspections. Our phone number is 917-208-2345. Or you could catch us on our Instagram at Felix Inspections.
There you go, Felix Inspections. Like I said, guys, I got a bunch of professionals here who are all over the map with regards to what they do. He's a home inspector. You just heard from an attorney. If you guys got questions on there, we're going to wave hello. My guy on the camera is clicking on that button to say hi to you guys. But if you have a question, he's going to jump over and say, Anthony, somebody's got a question. They need it answered. So if you couldn't make it to the event here at Villa Russo, Richmond Hill, Queens, we're here till 4 o'clock. But if you can't make it, like I said, type in your question. Doesn't matter where you are in New York State. These guys here are accessible, they're knowledgeable, and they're here to serve.
And we also speak Spanish.
Habla español. My man. Beautiful, guys. Here we are at the Queens Home Buying Expo, brought to you by HomeBridge. And we've got Keller Williams Liberty in the house, and none other than the broker owner, John Vives. What's up, John?
Hey, Anthony, how are you?
Glad to be here. Same with you, man.
All right.
And you got your entire team out here. The office is out here. They're all helping people get oriented. They're meeting with other professionals. Tell me, what's the significance that you've seen? What does homeownership do as an impact? What kind of significance does it have in people's lives?
Obviously, it changes their lives. It enables them to build wealth. It enables them to put their kids through college when they get older. It also gives them a fixed cost going forward. And with the way rents are rising in the city of New York, it gives them some certainty. They can build equity and stop, paying somebody else's mortgage and pay their own.
The common thing that they say all the time. Now, your office has been very impactful. You've been around for 20 plus years. I won't give it away because the guy, he's got all the hairs on his head and he's a young looking guy. But you've been around for a while and your office has had an impact on the community, making a lot of homeowners. But beyond that, you also have a very special day in your office where you guys give back. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's called Red Day, and it's the first Thursday in May. And we do something to give back to the community, like you said. And whether it's get involved with certain organizations or clean the community or take away graffiti or just help people who are less fortunate than ourselves. It's a way that our office shows its appreciation for everything that everybody else does.
Yeah, and we love that, John. And you as a broker who have been in business for such a long time, you've seen a lot of agents get into the business. Tips that you can give to people who are interested in starting their career in real estate. What's something you could tell them so they can get off on the right foot?
Well, the first thing I would tell you is that every person knows an average of 300 people. So you don't have to spend money to go talk to people. So talk to people that you know, that like you, and they're going to want to help you out. So they will tell you about other people who are looking to buy or sell. And we have the people to help them be trained so that they know what they're doing and they can be impactful in these people's lives.
There you go, guys. You heard it from the broker owner himself. And you know what? John is from the neighborhood. I'll let you say it yourself.
Yes, I am. Actually, this seminar is being held on Lefferts Boulevard. I was born on Lefferts Boulevard.
There you go.
I grew up here. So I really am from the neighborhood. And I want to thank you, Anthony, for all the great work you're doing.